Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. The Lakers are in 4th place in the Western Conference and LeBron James has defied time, because at 40 years old he is performing at an all-star level. The team has behaved well in some games, but lacks depth and solidity when facing rivals who are favorites for the title. Making updates to the squad, without signing a big star, can solve the gaps, and by surrounding the duo of Davis and LeBron with good players, they will be able to fight for the 18th championship again. The Los Angeles Lakers can greatly boost the depth on their competitive roster with this 3-team trade, landing them 3 solid role players. The Los Angeles Lakers are having a surprising season, with the franchise looking extremely competitive under new coach J.J. Redick despite major roster concerns. They added defense and shooting by acquiring Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton, and the franchise is now the number 4 seed in the West with a 20-14 record. They can be legitimate contenders if they continue making aggressive win-now moves to fill out their rotation. The holes in the Lakers roster are clear, as they still need a backup big man and perimeter-oriented 3-and-D player to fit around playmakers like LeBron James and Austin Reeves. They also have the salaries and draft picks needed to make the kind of movers that will strengthen their bench. If they were willing to, they could add 3 high-level role players for peripheral roster pieces and a few draft assets in a deal with the Toronto Raptors and Charlotte Hornets. Los Angeles Lakers receive Bruce Brown, Nick Richards, Ochai Agbaji. Toronto Raptors receive Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, 2025 second-round pick, LAL, 2025 second-round pick, LAC. Charlotte Hornets receive Jalen Hood-Schifino, Jackson Hayes, 2029 lottery-protected first-round pick, LAL. Both the Raptors and Hornets intend on being tanking teams this season, with the 2025 NBA draft being a potentially game-changing one for both franchises. This allows them to get worse while adding assets that could be useful in the future for them. The Lakers land a collection of role players they can effortlessly work into their own roster to make a push for a title. Underscore 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 underscore. The Lakers add 3 impactful role players. When we look at the recent history of the NBA, we see teams that went all in on having multiple stars wound up flaming out during the season or early in the playoffs. Depth is what makes modern NBA teams useful, as it allows them to withstand the 82-game season grind without seeing their stars get injured, while also having enough versatile options to keep defenses guessing instead of playing through one player alone. Bruce Brown is a proven championship winner but hasn't played this season with the Raptors. He will be a terrific multi-positional defender who could play various roles on offense as a screener, ball handler, tertiary playmaker, and perimeter shooting option. His $23 million expiring contract will give the Lakers future flexibility as well, making this a solid move for Brown, who likely won't feature heavily for Toronto this season. Ochai Agbaji has looked decent for the Raptors this season, averaging 11.2 points and 3.9 rebounds on 41.5% from 3. He's also capable of playing 3 different positions across the perimeter, even guarding power forwards on the Raptors. This is another versatile player that J.J. Redick can use in a variety of ways, making his rotations more robust. Finally, Nick Richards is averaging 9.3 points, 7.6 rebounds, and 1.3 blocks for the Hornets. With the impending return of Mark Williams, the Hornets can move off Richards for high value in this deal. He's a hard-nosed rebounder and shot blocker who can play alongside Anthony Davis or as his backup when required. 2 second-rounders and 1 heavily protected first-round pick for 3 players of this caliber could be great for the Lakers. Dalton Knecht refinding rhythm for Lakers. First-year player Dalton Knecht has already experienced the ups and downs of the NBA, seeing a blistering start to his season and an ensuing period of rougher performances. In a 9-game stretch from mid to late November, Knecht set the league ablaze, scoring 18.9 points on 52% three-point shooting. The stretch was largely encapsulated by a 37-point game against the Hornets, where he at one point scored 22 straight points. It hasn't been all sunshine since, though. In the next 14 games, dating to Thursday's game against Portland, he scored just 6.8 points on 40% shooting overall, starting in just 5 games. Still, he's starting to find his groove again. In tonight's win over the Hawks, Knecht scored an efficient 13 points on 4 for 7 shooting, nailing all 3 of his triples. Even more, he added 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal in finishing as a +6 off the bench. With the solid outing, he's now scored in double figures in 3 of his last 5 games, topping out at 18 points against the Kings. Despite his statistical lull, Knecht's season line is still perfectly respectable for a first-year player, hovering around 10 points per game on 46% shooting, with 3 rebounds and 1 assist per game to boot. His defense stands to get better as he continues his career, but he's otherwise been as advertised for the Lakers. The Lakers and Knecht are back in action on Sunday, January 5th, with a matchup against a tough Western Conference opponent in Houston. How Lakers cruised to victory over Hawks and moved up to 4th place in the West. Lakers win second straight game and go 2-0 in back-to-back set thanks to LeBron James and Anthony Davis. On the second night of a back-to-back in the Crypto.com arena, the Los Angeles Lakers were looking to earn their second straight win over Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks. With the Lakers at full strength for tonight's game, they were able to secure an impressive win and move up to 4th place in the West at 20-14. Since the Lakers played last night, fans were expecting a slow start in this one, but the Lakers proved them wrong by opening the game on a 31-point first quarter. By halftime, the Lakers were up by 8, powered by a balanced scoring effort from the entire cast. The Hawks made some runs down the stretch, but the Lakers survived them all and came away with the 119-102 win in convincing fashion. Purple and gold were led by LeBron James, who had another masterpiece with 30 points, 8 assists, and 3 rebounds on 13-20 shooting. Anthony Davis, who made his return tonight after missing the previous game, also turned in a great performance with a final stat line of 18 points, 19 rebounds, and 3 blocks in 37 minutes. In the backcourt, Austin Reaves finished with 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists on 6-18 shooting. Meanwhile, for the Hawks, Trae Young carried his team with 33 points, 9 assists, and 1 steal on 10-22 shooting. Jalen Johnson dropped 19 points and 8 rebounds in 33 minutes, while shooting guard Dyson Daniels contributed 13 points, 5 steals, and 4 assists on 6-14 shooting. It's been a mixed season for the Lakers with all kinds of different emotions. But they've been able to weather the storm in these recent stretch of games to settle in the standings and finally play up to their potential. Tonight, we saw several factors that led them to the win, and those same factors might help them make a strong playoff push in the spring. Elite play from star duo. The Lakers only go as far as LeBron James and Anthony Davis take them, and they were on another level tonight. James, 30 points, 8 assists, 3 rebounds, was highly efficient on offense, and he came through for the Lakers every time they needed a basket. For his part, Davis commanded the Lakers' defense with 18 points, 17 rebounds, 3 steals, and 3 blocks in 34 minutes. He contested countless shots tonight and held the Hawks' starting big men to just 15 points. With James running the offense and Davis leading the defense, the Lakers controlled every facet of the game tonight and showed once again why they cannot be counted out in the Western Conference. If Davis and LeBron can just stay healthy this season, the Lakers should be in a position to compete for home court advantage in the playoffs this year. Extra boost from newcomers. The Lakers recently traded D'Angelo Russell in exchange for Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton. Leading up to tonight, it's been a slow transition for the newest Lakers, but they proved their worth tonight by providing a major spark off the bench. In 23 minutes on the court, Finney-Smith dropped 8 points, his best as a Laker, and 5 rebounds on 3-5 shooting. He was plus 12 in the game, the highest among all bench players. Milton, meanwhile, finished with 2 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds in 13 minutes of play. While it's not the greatest stats for the former Nets players, it seems like they are starting to find their way, and that's great news for the Lakers. At the very least, they showed that they can contribute to winning basketball, even if it's not by scoring a lot of points. Dominant defensive performance. The Lakers have always been more of a defensive-minded team since acquiring Anthony Davis in 2019. This season, they ranked 21st defensively, but they showed some signs today that things might improve on that end of the floor. Between Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and the Lakers' newest arrivals, Shake Milton and Dorian Finney-Smith off the bench, they managed to hold the Hawks to 41% shooting from the field and 17.6% shooting from 3, 6-34. Under head coach J.J. Redick, the Lakers have slipped on defense, but if they can raise their effectiveness on that side of the court, it might be enough for them to secure a top 4 seed by the end of the season. Ultimately, only time will tell how the season will go, but defense will play a major role in their success, just like it has for the past 5 years. Overall, the vibes are pretty good in Los Angeles, with the team sitting at a respectable 20-14 through the first 34 games. But the hard work is only just beginning. As the season hits the halfway point, the grind will get nearly unbearable, and only those teams with the most discipline and willpower can make it out unscathed.